Lorenzo Molezzi writes, my question is regarding Hardcore the movie starring Sharlto Copley. I haven't seen any news on Collider about this film and would like to know your thoughts on it. I think it has just been released. From the trailers, it looks really interesting.
Yeah, it's not getting a theatrical release in North America. To the best of my knowledge, it's not getting a theatrical release. Schnepp hadn't seen the trailer yet. I wish sometimes that all you guys could be in our studio, because so I left Schnepp in our conference room to watch the trailer, and all throughout the rest of the all you hear Schnepp was, "What? No, get what?" And you see this coming from so he's watching the trailer. The trailer is kind of psycho. I mean, it's crazy. It's a fun trailer. I love Sharlto Copley. It's seen him in anything. Very, very cool. But I got to tell you this, honestly, I wouldn't want to see this movie. I think the shtick of it, after about 15 or 20 minutes, because that trailer is high octane, punch you in the face kind of crazy. It's really fun to watch. But I have a feeling that after about 15 or 20 minutes, I would get really fatigued of it. I don't know that I could watch a full movie of it unless there's a lot more to the movie than what they're showing us. But I think the trailer is trying to show us, you're going to get an hour and a half of this, in which case I'm thinking, I don't think I want an hour and a half of that. The trailer's super fun, but I don't see the appeal for a full-length movie, but maybe that's just me. Anyway, Ruth, you saw the trailer. You saw it at the same time I did, basically. What are your thoughts? Do you think it's going to get theatrical release? Do you think you could put up with a 2-hour movie of it? What's your response?
It did Midnight Madness, I think, at TIFF.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen any of the reviews come out of that, and I think we'll be getting some news about whether it will get a release or not. I can't believe this hasn't been done sooner with sort of like video games being what they had.
They kind of did with Doom. Remember
a
when
little
The Rock
bit,
was in?
yeah.
Like a 5-minute segment.
Yeah, but like a whole. I agree that it's one thing to play as the first person and another thing to watch it. I think it could be really disconcerting, but cool. Like, I think it's so ballsy, and I think it's like, why haven't you done this before? And that it's like unapologetic. Like, no, we're not going to do this and then cut out. We're going to do it for the whole damn movie. That like, I will definitely go see it. Whether other people are as weird as me, I don't know. I also want to say that Schnepp would play the best game of Where's Waldo on the planet if it involved boobs, because John and I watched this thing 2 or 3 times and did not see naked people. He watched it once, saw naked people.
He's like,
three naked people.
In frame 32 of minute 5.
You can see the guy with the 2 guns in the lower left-hand side, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I as an editor, I see frames. So if I'm watching, I'm like, I don't know. I just catch things. So I love this trailer. They were right. I was freaking out while I was watching it. I was like, oh my God, this is insane. I cannot wait to see this movie. And I'll look at it like this. Like anybody who's ever played an FPS game,
first-person shooter, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
You have played that game for like 3 to 4 hours without a break sometimes. So think about it like if these filmmakers were smart, they would do exactly what a game does. They give you your opening scene. Like it's probably the dude coming out of that cryo chamber or whatever, and the nurse like, you've been here, let me put this weird gun attachment arm thing. You're armed with your weapons for the movie.
That's his wife.
Oh, is that his wife?
Yeah, she brings him
spoilers,
back.
guys, come on. So anyway, then you cut into some crazy action. Like you guys have probably seen that. I think it's a music video that is all first person, where it's the guy fighting with the transportation weapon or something. It's all first person. It's so much fun to watch. So I'm like, look, that movie's got to be like narratively, you get a little narrative, then you have all this action, then you have your cut scenes, but it's all first person where you're talking to these people like, well, the reason this happened, or that scene with him and her in like the weird flying chamber. All of it looks so amazingly cinematic to me personally, like to see it shot in this way. And you're right, while I was watching the trailer, the first 20 seconds, I was like, I can't believe they haven't done a movie like this yet. I could not. I honestly, I cannot wait to see this film. It got me so jacked up and excited. Just like, man, this would be like a nonstop adrenaline rush. This would be like a Crank 3 that we've all been waiting for.
That's
but
exactly what I was thinking too.
Done from first person, so it actually puts you in the pilot seat. Cinematically, this could be incredible. I'm jealous of all the people at TIFF who got to see this movie. It better get a North American release. I'm coming at you. Someone put this in theaters now. I want to see it. I'm just jacked up even talking about it right now. I cannot wait to see this.
The one really cool line I did like in the trailer was the wife talking to him. She goes, "You're going to save a lot of lives, but you're going to have to take a few along the way." And I thought it was a very cool line.
Plus,
very
it's
cool line.
so violent. I love the unabashed violence to it. It's like a video game. It's supposed to be cathartic.
It feels like the precursor to like a full Oculus movie.
Yes.
You know, that like, you know, they have those Oculus experiences now. I think, did they do a full Oculus movie?
I would be surprised if they didn't, but I can't recall it off the top of my
can't
head.
recall off the top of my head either, correct? If they did. But that to me is like, that would be insanity.
Right.
Almost too much, maybe. Almost a little too much.
This one is the first one, so I can't wait.
Yeah.
Somebody put it out.